Hello Gemini, Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your 2024 tarot card reading for the year. So let's hop right in. We're going to go through some things you may be leaving behind from 2023 or bringing them into for the new year as well. Maybe some things you may be going through for the year and some big life lessons or wisdom that you will experience as well. Again, general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Understand everything is here to empower you to use your power of choice to create the reality that you want. All that good stuff. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So let's talk about things you may be leaving behind from 2023 or bringing in. First off, love seeing this. We see the Five of Cups here in reversed. So it's telling me you're letting go of past pain, emotional pain, sorrow, regrets, loss, whatever it is. Here, and I also see here, you're starting to see the bigger picture, you know, that the things that you've lost doesn't mean you lost everything. It may feel that way, you know. So I have a feeling for some of you out there that it's really understanding you haven't lost everything. You know, there's certain things you did lose and it did cause pain, but you have a lot of things to be grateful for. Ten of Cups as well. I think there's something here that is ending, you know, and not to say that that's a bad thing, you know. With the 10, it shows an ending of a cycle, you know. I think here, playing off of that 5, you know, there is really something where it came to an end, you know. It did what it had to do in your life, you know, whatever cycle or story it may have been. You know, it gave you a lot of fulfillment, and maybe it may suck to let it go, and it did cause pain. But honestly, I think with this next card, we got the Page of Wands here. You know, it shows me that, as I said, you've come to terms with that ending. You know, whatever thing that hurt you emotionally, and you're willing to move forward. You haven't lost enthusiasm for life. You know, you are still willing to adventure, to risk, to explore, you know, and to grow, honestly. So here it's really telling me for some of you, there could be like a relationship of some kind, you know, any type of situation that causes, you know, some type of sorrow, regret, or loss. But regardless, I think you have picked yourself up and you've accepted it. You know, you've healed from it in a certain sense, and now you're willing to get back out there and explore life again. Explore life for 2024, which is a great place to be, you know. So let's pull out some cards to talk about some clarification. Okay. First off, okay, as I said before, clarification for that Page of Wands, we had the Tower. You know, as I said, that 10 of Cups, that 5 of Cups, both of them in reverse, talking about cycles ending. You know, if you had to release any type of situation or relationship that you were emotionally invested in, you know, that Tower card says it right here. You know, you have gone through that Tower moment. You've allowed things to be removed from your life, and I think for some of you, you are at peace with it because you got that the Page of Wands here. You're willing to move on. You know, you're not going to let that pain define you. You're not going to let that pain keep you in the past or shackled to old emotions. You know, I think here is like you've gone through the Tower moment, a big transformative change for some of you, where you can finally move on, you know, and move on very clearly and with some enthusiasm for 2024. On top of that 5 of Cups, you know, we got the 4 of Swords. You know, here, I have a feeling here, as I said, you've found peace with the situation. You know, this 4 of Swords especially is talking about like sanctuary and rest. You know, it's telling me that you have a peace of mind from it. You know, you've healed from it not only emotionally, but mentally as well. You know, it's not something that haunts you or keeps you up at night anymore. It's something where you can go to sleep with a peace of mind. You know, it'll always be there. You know, trust, like, you know, that will always be there, but it doesn't control you and it doesn't affect your life the same. So here, 10, on top of that 10 of Cups, you know, you got the 3 of Wands here. So really, it's saying here, you know, like, this is another milestone. You know, you had to lose something, whatever it is that caused you emotional pain, but now it's really, you know, you've moved on from it and you really can look at it into the past. You know, you can see like, okay, that was a great time, or that I can see things that I can be grateful for, or that I felt fulfilled from that situation. But now it's time for me to move on. You know, this Three of Wands talks about progression, moving forward with something. So now it's really asking you, you know, like you know you've moved on from it, you know, and you are grateful for it, but like, where do I want to be heading now? You know, what does the future look like for me? What is the path that I want to take? Very much with that Page of Wands energy, you know, and with the Three of Wands as well, talking about, you know, you're ready to move on to something new, and you're maybe trying to figure that out for 2024. So let's talk about how your journey is. Okay, heard. Okay. Talking about your journey for 2024. I think for some of you, you're still going to hold on to a little of this because we got the Death card, we got the Devil card, both in reverse right here. So here, let's talk about the Death card first. You know, big changes right underneath that Tower card as well. Lots of major arcana in terms of big changes. And there's a lot of good things happening too in the future, which I will talk about as well in terms of major themes. But here, that Death card, you know, it's saying, you know, just to let that go, you know, to let that die. I think that's going to be a major lesson for you this year, is to let whatever pain emotionally that has been caused in 2023, to let that go and to let that old version die. I think especially in the reverse, it's really saying that you are going to. You know, I don't really see, it's funny, all your ones here, all the ones in your that you're going to be experiencing for this year are reversed. So it's like I kind of see, I have a different way of viewing that, but I really feel like it's nothing that you're showing resistance to. I think you're willing to face that, you know, because you also got the Devil card right in the middle of your reading. And it's funny because it pops up like this. That Death card is looking right toward that Devil. You know, you're willing to let this Devil card, all of this toxicity or negativity, the Death card is facing that. You know, you want this to die. You know, you're willing to face that and let it die, to no longer let it have control over you. You know, any type of dark thoughts, depression, isolation, you know, anything with vices or any type of toxicity that you have, that has attached onto you from any past pain, you know, you're willing to face that, and you're allowing that energy to die. And I think really in the reverse, it really is saying that you're going to face that and you're going to let that happen. You know, I think you're going to be facing your shadow. You're going to be doing a lot of shadow work. You know, you're going to be doing a lot of things where you are going to come to peace, as I said before, peace with pain, peace with loss or sorrow. We got the 9 also of Cups here, right underneath that 10 of Cups reversed as well. So here it's telling me that, you know, you're going to, I think you're going to be sitting on these feelings for a little bit. I think this is something where you're going to try and really unpack a lot of the things. You know, I think, as I said, whatever it was in the past, it really was fulfilling. And there's something here telling me like you're going to sit with them until you're ready to, you understand like what it is that has caused the pain and what the root of it is. Talking about that Devil card, you know, the root of it, and you're willing to really unpack all of those emotional things and to empty out all of those cups, to really dive deep into your subconscious and your memories and your emotions to heal it, you know. I think there's something here where there's almost an emptying of all of these cups, you know, because you've had your fill, you've seen it, you've felt it, you know, in terms of your fulfillment, but it's just not there anymore, you know. So now it's time to empty those cups and see, you know, what is the cause of some of this pain. Maybe some of these clarification cards can help. Let's see. Star card, love that. Ace of Pentacles, right? Hierophant, okay. So here, you know, it may seem silly, but, you know, as I said, you know, the 9, almost a 10, you know, of Cups right here. You know, you're emptying out all these things that are fulfilling. And I think it's really just like draining out all that old emotion that's been tied to that, you know. It's even harder to look at something in the past or our memories and to have it be happy when it was when we have to let go of it, you know, and it was a crappy situation in our present, you know. That pain almost like hurts even more to look at the happy memories, you know. So here I really do feel like with that 8 of Cups, you're releasing yourself from that, you know, the good and the bad of the situation. And now you got the Star card. So here it's like you're going to find new hope by doing so. You know, by releasing yourself of all of that emotional attachment or investment, you're going to get back to your oneness. You know, you're going to get back to the one, which is you. You're going to be reborn from it, you know? It's funny with all those water cards, you know, and you see this woman, she's almost like bathing in the lake of nature, you know, with the spiritual waters. So here, you know, you have these limited cups, you know, of fulfillment from all these chalices. And now you get to back to the source of emotion, the source of oneness and love. So I love to see that because it's a transformative thing. As I said with that death card, you know, you're going to allow an old situation die, an old version of you die, whatever it is. We also got on top of that devil card, I love seeing this because we got the Ace of Pentacles. You know, for me, this really says that, you know, by facing your shadow and really putting it to rest, putting to rest all of those haunting thoughts or feelings, you know, you're going to be presented with a new sense of stability and security within yourself, a new sense of health, maybe even a financial opportunity for some of you, if that makes sense in terms of situations. But here it really is by allowing all of that pain to die. The universe is going to present you a single pentacle of stability, an opportunity for things to change, or that can change your life, if that makes sense. We got on top of the death card, we also got the Hierophant. So here, in terms of really what I see here in terms of aiding your process of this transformation, you know, allowing things to die, transforming into someone new, making peace with your shadow, you know, this Hierophant energy is very much like the magician, you know. The Hierophant communes with the higher powers and brings it down to earth, you know. So here I feel the same. It's like connecting with your intuition, your deeper knowing, your higher knowing, you know, that goes beyond the pleasures we feel on this physical realm, you know. Here it's really saying, you know, what's for the greater good for you, you know. And I think, you know, when going through this process is allowing those things to die, even the happy memories sometimes, you know, to allow those things to no longer exist or take up space in our mind, you know, so that we can let it die fully, you know. And we can allow it to, you know, no longer hold us to our past at all. So here, that Hierophant energy, I really feel like there's something here asking you to commune with your higher self, your higher power, your spirituality, whatever it is that makes sense to you or that you practice, you know, and that will guide you to help make peace with your shadow. Now, talking about some themes that you're going to learn or take away from this new year, love to see this, you know, as you were... Let's do this one. There's so many. Okay. We got the Judgment card here in reverse. So here it's telling me, you know, you're going to receive a higher calling, you know. I think here in terms of this, it's really going to be, as I said, with that Star card, a rebirth process for you. You know, this is something in terms of you refinding yourself, rediscovering yourself without that emotional attachment or whatever emotional loss that you may have found. As you can see here, all these people are naked. Oh wait, it's upside down, whoops. All these people are naked, you know, being reborn, very much like that Star card on top of that Nine of Cups as well. So release that emotion, even the happy ones. I hate to say it, but sometimes you don't even want it, you shouldn't even think about that because it's not reality. Sometimes the greater reality is it's not meant for us. So why should I think about it at all? So the universe is asking you really to connect with your higher power. You know, connect with whatever it is that you believe in to guide you. That's an angel blowing its trumpet, asking you to wake up, be reborn, you know, rebirth in a certain sense. It's the universe calling to you to answer, to connect with you in a certain sense. Right underneath that Hierophant card, what did I say before? You know, connect with your higher intuition. That's going to guide you and help you through this process to those who this resonates with. We got the Two of Wands here in reversed. So here, I really feel like you're going to find a new comfort zone in yourself. You know, you're going to find, as I said, that stability from that Ace of Pentacles on top of that Devil card. I think you're going to refine and rediscover a safety zone for you, a comfort zone, where you're going to just find peace once more. I mean, I look back to that Four of Swords. You know, I look back to that Three of Wands as well. You know, there's going to be new opportunities for you, but I think once you go through this transformation, these opportunities will start to make sense and then new things will come in, but only after you have healed or moved on from anything in the past that really has any type of emotional hold on you. Finally, we got the Two of Cups. Things that you will learn, you know, I think two things. Number one, you're going to find love in terms of whether... really with yourself, but also it's going to clarify what it is that you want out of love. I mean, with all these cups here, it talks about relationships and situations, but regardless, you know, You're going to find love for yourself and for other people. Maybe it's going to clarify what it is that you want out of love, what it is you want out of a relationship, you know, all that type of stuff. So here, I think it's really going to, by relieving a lot of these past emotions and coming to peace with them, it's going to allow more room for this new love, whether it be self-love or with someone else. It'll allow more room for that to exist and for that to bloom so that there's nothing else getting in the way, you know? So let's pull out some clarification for these and see what we got. Okay. So you got the Death card twice. Super transformation. Okay, here. So it's really saying allow yourself to go through this transformation process. And by doing so, it's going to create this safety zone, this comfort zone within yourself. Because now you don't have all this baggage anymore, you know? You're going to allow that old self to die, or those old feelings to die, and they're not going to take up room, take up mental space, heart space, physical space within you anymore, you know? And allow new love to grow, as I said, with that Two of Cups. On top of that Two of Cups, we got the King of Swords here. As I said, the two things, you could attract someone new, you know, someone who's probably more clear, communicates pretty much more clearly, communicates well, you know, is able to be more logical minded, practical minded, all that stuff. But also, as I said, you know, in terms of healing, you're going to become very clear on what it is that you want out of love. That Swords talks about our mental energy, clarity, you know, you will have mental control and power over, and communication-wise too, over who it is that you allow into your life, who you even consider as a partner in the future. You know, so that mental clarity from that King of Swords over that Two of Cups, you know, it's going to clarify what you want out of love by going through this transformation process. Finally, on top of that Judgment card, we got the Six of Wands here. Love seeing all these wands, because I think really it's like the outcome, all these wands are saying it's the outcome of doing all this internal work. You know, you're going to have victory by doing so. All of this internal work is going to revive you and make you be reborn into a more victorious point, vantage point, you know? So here it's telling me, if you really answer that calling from life to heal yourself, come to peace with your shadow, you know, let go of the past, it's just going to lead to your victory. You know, all these wand cards are talking about your actions, your energy. Turn it inward. Use that energy inward to heal yourself, and by doing so, you will be victorious, and you will show that, and that will express itself in life. So let's pull out some more cards in terms of bigger themes. Okay, union. Okay, you know, relationships for some of you. You know, union is, and unconditional love. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You know, we got that Two of Cups. We had all of those things of emotion with that Ten of Cups, you know, the Five of Cups, all of that. So really, for any of you who this resonates with love specifically, you know, it's really saying, like, you know, becoming very clear on what it is that you want in your own personal unions, you know, your romantic unions, whatever it may be. And also learning how to find unconditional love within yourself. Again, this healing process of letting go of the past, understanding, like, you know, things have ended and now it's time to let them go. And what did I say before? Peace. You know, you're going to find a sense of peace from this year, from all of this. You know, you're going to find a union, new people to love. You're going to find unconditional love for yourself, and you're going to find peace. You know, so here, I think those are some of the things I really touched upon with some of these other cards, you know, finding all of those things within yourself, and by doing that by doing that process. Love that. Okay. First of all, the fates. I love seeing this, especially in love readings, you know, because I feel like for some of you, this is really hitting hard on love. But it's like saying, you know, just as much things are meant to be, there are also things that are not meant to be, you know, and that's sometimes a hard pill to swallow. But with the fates, you know, it's like there are certain things that are meant to happen to us or for us, you know, to help us grow and evolve as people. You know, so sometimes that means letting go of the relationships that may have run their course, you know. Sometimes they're only meant to be there for a season and not our eternity, you know. So understand that there are certain reasons, and it shows that you found it fulfilling. You know, maybe you ended it civilly, maybe you ended it very maturely, you know, for some of you. And it doesn't mean you have to hate the person. You know, you could still look back fondly, but don't let it be a shackle, you know, to the past. We also got chop the wood. I think here, landing right next to that death card and the devil card, it's saying really do the work. You know, chopping the wood, you do that so you could prepare for winter. You know, so it's like doing the work, you know, really making sure you are doing the steps every day to make sure you're taken care of, so that, you know, you're preparing and you're making yourself stronger and more ready and using your resources to your advantage. You know, it really is just doing that inner work. I feel like chopping the wood, it may seem monotonous, it may seem boring to some of you, and I agree it can be that way, you know, but it ultimately is going to help provide for you in some type of way. Building blocks, again, that I look at that tower, the death card, the devil card, all of that stuff, all this transformation process, something had to end, obviously, and be broken down, whatever it may be, a relationship, a belief system, a situation, and now it's like building up from brand new. You know, it's a tough process, but build it into what you want. You know, I think that's the biggest theme here. It's like it took away something, the fates, the universe, destiny, took away something for you so that you can build something new, something that is actually better for you now that you have all this experience and gone through all that stuff. Last card we got, soul family. Interesting. You know, with that 10 of Cups here, you know, for anyone who does have a family, you know, or maybe had a separation with their spouse or life partner or whatever, that is something to think about if there is any type of family issues or family ties, if there's other people involved in terms of from breaking up of any situation or romantic situation. But also on top of that, if you don't have a family or no families were in that situation, you know, also just figuring out who is your support system. Who are the people who can be there with you through this process and help support you, guide you, listen to you without judgment, all of that stuff. And maybe by going through this, you'll be able to weed out people and understand who really are there for you. And when you find out who they are, hold on to them tight, you know, and be thankful and grateful for them as you go through it as well. So that's kind of what I see here for some of you Gemini for 2024, you know, big endings on the emotional level, but also big transformations if you go through it, and a lot of things that you can benefit from as well. So again, if this reading did resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment. I love hearing comments from y'all. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't. I want to say thank you to anyone who has subscribed so far. It's been wonderful seeing so many people subscribe this month. Definitely not expected, so I want to say thank you. But that's all I got for you right now for this reading. I have more for you later on. But until then, I will talk to you next time. Thank you again for watching. I truly appreciate it. And hope you have a great start to your new year. Thank you and goodbye.